Well, Roger, welcome to World Superbikes. We always said it was going to be a bit of a baptism of fire. As we head into Assen, tell us a little bit about your experience so far.
So far, everything's been going pretty good. It's getting better. It started out pretty rough, pretty far off the pace in testing, and then the first race we were really far off. But things are starting to progress for me. So last race we were only 1.8 from pole, which put us, really far back. The field's really tight, so if you're not on it, you're really far back. But I'm enjoying it. I've been to the first 3 tracks before I've actually raced them testing. So this weekend is Assen. This is going to be my first, I guess, real challenge. First weekend, first time I see the track will be the first practice. But it looks like fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm living in Europe, in Italy, with Ben Spies, and trying to learn the Italian language, Italian food, and some of it gets frustrating, but sometimes it's fun whenever you go somewhere and the communication's not there and you can't figure it out with somebody at the grocery or whatever, and you're just like, whatever, you just roll on to something else. So I'm just hanging in there. I know the results really aren't what they're supposed to be, but things are getting better. So just got to stay positive, and I believe I have the abilities to race World Superbike. So I'm definitely not down. Just keep ready to keep fighting.
There's no question that transition to Europe, if you've lived in America all your life, is going to be hard, especially the language. But I suppose, obviously, hanging out with the Speeders, they've had a year at it and they've got a little bit of experience. Has that helped? Has Ben helped and being part of effectively a European setup with Americans that literally can help you through it?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, him and his mom both help a lot. What airports to fly into, and finding a ride to the airport's never a problem. Shipping my bicycle over here to Italy, they get it out of customs for me. So I mean, it's just so many things that I don't have to worry about. Like with the flights for Assen was a bit of a question mark. They find me somebody to ride with here, so I don't have to drive 10 hours across Europe by myself. So it's definitely been a lot of help, and for me, I don't have to hang out by myself. And I think for Ben, vice versa, he's over here. I mean, he would be practically by himself besides, living with Mary. So we'd go bicycle, go buy video games, and, just do stuff normal people do, and we have somebody to hang out with.
I'm sure you're keeping an eye on the AMA. What's your view on that this year? And also, what's your view on how your brother's getting on in MotoGP?
The AMA definitely is picking up. I mean, I've watched the races. I follow them all pretty much on live timing. So, I guess you can't really ever get away from it when you follow it that close. But, man, the racing's been awesome all year. I mean, the Daytona Sport Bike class, 6 guys were going for the lead on the last lap. And, there's some consistency getting back into the AMA. Last weekend they had a little bit of a problem with somebody who, jumped to start, and a familiar thing happened to my brother last year. And at first, it was going to be a different penalty for the guy who jumped, but eventually it worked out, and I think that they made the right call, and I think the manufacturers are starting to get a lot more interest and stuff. So, and that's another series that you never know who can win. I mean, they've had a couple different winners already this year, I think 4. So, competition's really tough. And last weekend was my favorite track probably, which is kind of weird. Road Atlanta's not that nice, and that was like the only time when I was kind of like, man, I wish I was there racing that weekend. And Nick, he's doing good. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, he was a little bit bummed to be so close to the podium, just get nipped there at the end. But he has to be excited. Last year when he started out there, I mean, he was last till about 1 lap to go, I think. And then this year to be battling for a lead, just to start that much closer to everybody else. And then testing, he's been going good. So he's definitely coming around. And I'm actually going to Jerez next weekend, since it's a short flight from Italy. So get to go hang out with him for a weekend, watch him race, and hopefully help him out if I can.
And what's your plan? What's your vision for the next 8 months and, let's say, 2 years? Because obviously you wouldn't come to Europe unless you had, a view to making it a success eventually. What's your big scheme?
You know, I want to be racing in Europe. I want to do World Superbikes next year. My goal for the next 8 months is just to keep improving, learn the track, you know, take the beatings as they come, I guess, for your first year, and just improve and hopefully impress somebody and just move up to, you know, Pedercini team is awesome. The people are amazing, but it's still, you know, the reality of it is it's not a factory team or factory really supported team. So next year I'd like to, you know, I don't know, just kind of like when I started in AMA, just kind of move up from the satellite teams to just to where I'm on a factory team one day. So that's my plan, and you know, I would like to do MotoGP sometime. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but it's not going to be the end of the world. But I definitely want to be in World Superbikes next year. There's no doubt about it, and that's why I try to go out there and prove to somebody that I have the ability, and you know, I'm here to take on the challenge.
Listen, good to talk to you. Keep it up, and let's hope those results start coming soon.
Alrighty, thank you.